Your Venus in Pisces placement is very wistful, wavy, long hair. All of the aesthetics that come with Venus in Pisces is connected to the ocean. Venus in Pisces is a cornucopia of fashion. Very, very strong with this placement, like an old school Hollywood look or a sea urchin, mermaid, or pirate look that quite often happen here. Ancestry look, aesthetic, ethereal, angelic look, woman of the sea, woman of the bedroom, so lingerie and satin looks. These are all connected to Venus and Pisces, but of course, you can take it anywhere you want. You can play around with all of the ideas. This is just your foundation, okay? Now, the hair with Venus and Pisces quite often looks the best when it is wavy. And so people who don't even have naturally wavy hair, if they have Venus and Pisces, I'll tell them, get a curling iron. The curls, the waves, it's all connected to like how hair looks like underwater. The water sign Pisces connected is similar to the air signs when it comes to hair, because the hair doesn't have to be perfectly coiffed and perfectly done unless you're doing Hollywood glam. Then you probably do need to do that. But the hair can look like it's like long, lustful waves. And even if you manipulate your hair to do that, it's kind of giving hints to mermaids and the ideas of that. And that's why it really works in this placement, okay? Venus in Pisces, it rules over the oceans and the aesthetic of oceans. This is why Venus in Pisces works really well with very flowing materials, jewel toned as well. Now, there's also like a shimmer that can happen here that works really well. So anything that has like reflective material also is very captivating. Like I said, because Pisces rules over the oceans, and because this is a fashion, beauty and fashion profile, you also may find certain symbols of the oceans in the beauty and fashion. So one of those things that I find common are like pirate and mermaid attire. To go literal would be cosplay and costume, which is also not far from Venus and Pisces. Cosplay works very well with this placement. However, people who wear it as like streetwear, they quite often will do like, you know, the hints of the mermaid. So the hair is flowing long, wavy. Usually there's like these interesting drapes, fishnets, reflective seashells. All of these things are so artistic and they work so well with Venus and Pisces if you're willing to experiment in that way. This is also why braids and locks are also naturally a fashion choice for Piscean or Neptunian nature. While it may seem to be connected to a cultural phenomenon, you'll see that not everybody from the same culture will rock locks, but they will rock locks, right? So people who are interested in those types of aesthetics usually have some sort of Neptunian or Piscean influence in their fashion and beauty profile. So the most classic one that is probably far from the aesthetic of costume play and more towards what is acceptable in, you know, day-to-day classic style is old school Hollywood glam, okay? Hollywood glam. And that is because Pisces represents preservation, and so Pisces can hold on to the best version of a certain decade based off of what was what was the ideal look of that decade. So Hollywood glam is huge for Pisces energy. You also will find like sheer material that has patterns on it. You'll find that here. Bohemian looks, peasant looks, all of those things are classic for Venus and Pisces. It's also ancestral wear. It's very similar to Sagittarius because Sagittarius will be kind of like tribal wear, but Venus and Pisces might not be as tribal as it just honors the garb, the wardrobe of their ancestors. Pisces and Sag both are Jupiterian ruled, and so they both want to honor the past and the ancestors. The difference is that Pisces will have just more of the feminine archetype of that time, or just what was really nice to be seen as like the highest epitome of beauty. So like what would you wear in an African traditional wedding, right? So they might go towards things that were just based in tradition versus tribal wear, which is Sagittarius, and that has more of a warrior spirit. So Pisces has a lot more peacefulness and stillness and honors the ancestors through like their traditions and their rituals to the gods, to the stars, and what would they wear. So Pisces is a deep well of possibilities, and with Venus and Pisces here, you're getting those options